Good morning, all of you. I'm Archana Goyal, Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Aryabhata College of Engineering and Research Center, Ajmer. This video is on again context-free grammar. We are discussing the ambiguity in context-free grammar in this video. What is ambiguity in context-free grammar? Ambiguity means duplicacy, repetition, or so if a context-free grammar G has more than one derivation tree for some string, then it is called ambiguous grammar. Means if a grammar has more than one derivations for a same string, then it is called ambiguous grammar. It is represented by W belongs to L, G. There exist multiple rightmost or multiple leftmost derivation for some string. Means for a string S, we can have more than one rightmost or more than one leftmost derivations generated from that grammar. So such type of grammar is called ambiguous grammar. Here we'll take an example. Check whether the grammar G with production rules is ambiguous or not. Means we have to check whether the given grammar G is ambiguous or not. The production rules are given. X belongs to X plus X or X into X or X or A. So let's find out the derivation tree for the string A plus A into A. We will see that this grammar has two derivations. Derivation 1, where we will take the production rule X plus X to replace X, and derivation 2, where we will take X into X to replace X. So when we take X plus X to replace X, we will see step by step that it will yield result A plus A into A. Similarly, in derivation 2, when we will take X into X to replace X, we will see the result or yield is A plus A into A. So both derivations have same result, but there are two derivations, so we will say that this grammar is ambiguous. So here when there are two parse trees for a single string, then it is called an ambiguous grammar. CFG or context-free grammar simplifications. In a context-free grammar, it may sometimes happen that all the production rules given or symbols are not needed for deriving the strings. Yani in the derivation of string, those production rules and symbols are given. Not all of them are used. Only some of them are used, but not all. So sometimes it may happen. So besides, there may be some null productions and unit productions. We have seen in previous examples also there are some production rules which have null productions or unit productions. So we have to eliminate these productions and symbols. So elimination of these productions and symbols is called simplification of context-free grammar. Simplification of context-free grammar is done in 3 steps. Number 1, reduction of context-free grammar. Number 2, removal of unit productions. And number 3, removal of null productions. So first of all, we will see the reduction of context-free grammar. So reduction of context-free grammar. So a context-free grammar is reduced in 2 phases. Phase 1, we have to derive an equivalent grammar G dash from a given context-free grammar G, such that each variable derives some terminal string. Means in the equivalent grammar G, there is some terminal string. There should be a variable that derives some terminal string. This derivation procedure, the phase 1 derivation procedure comprises of 4 steps. Step 1, include all symbols in W1 that derive some terminal and initialize I is equals to 1. Step 2, include all symbols Wi plus 1 that derive Wi. Step 3, increment I and repeat step 2 until Wi plus 1 is equals to Wi. And step 4, include all production rules that have Wi in it. Means in step 1 we have to include all the symbols. Those derives some terminal symbols also, and initialize I as 1. In step 2 we will include all symbols such that we will derive Wi and it becomes Wi plus 1. Means we will increment the value of I by 1. Step 3, increase the value of I by 1 and repeat step 2 until the Wi plus 1 becomes Wi. Include all production rules that have Wi in it. Phase 2 of reduction of context-free grammar is we will derive an equivalent grammar G double dash from the context-free grammar G dash such that each symbol appears in the sentinel form. Sentinel form means it will comprises of root node also. This derivation procedure comprises of 3 steps. Step 1, include the start symbol in Y1 and initialize I is equals to 1. Step 2, include all symbols yi plus 1 that can be derived from yi and include all production rules that have been applied. And step 3, increment I and repeat step 2 until y plus 1 is equals to yi plus 1 is equals to yi. Now we will see this with the help of an example, how we will reduce a context-free grammar. So we will take an example. We have to find the reduced grammar equivalent to grammar G, which have the production rules as belongs to AC or B. A determines A, C determines C, B C, E determines E, A and E. So first of all we have to perform the phase 1 where we have to derive a context-free grammar G dash from the context-free grammar G such that each derivation has some terminal nodes. Okay, so we'll start with here the non-terminal nodes are, if we see in the production rules, the non-terminal nodes are A, C and E. Means we have the set of input symbols or we have the set of terminal nodes as A, C, E. W1, from the rules we can see the set of non-terminal nodes is A, B and C. A, C, B, E. तो if we see A, C, E, अगर हम लोग T rules देखें, T terminal nodes देखें, तो we can see the non-terminal nodes A, C, E from rule A determines A, C determines C and E determines A. W2 A, C, E union S. If we are union S also, then we can have AC union S from rule S determines AC. W3 ACES union null. Since W2 is equals to W3 ACE union S union null, so W2 is equivalent to W3, we can derive G dash as ACES and the terminal nodes are ACE. P is the production rule and S is the start symbol. So we are deriving this grammar with production rules. S determines AC, A determines A, C determines C, E determines A and E. Phase 2 we have to again derive a grammar G double dash from the previously derived grammar G dash such that it contains it contains non-terminals also. Y1 start symbol S, Y2 if we are taking SAC from rule, S belongs to AC because here we have to check the terminal non-terminal elements, and Y3 is SAC, AC from rule, A determines A and C determines C. So Y4 becomes SAC and AC. Since Y3 and Y4 are equivalent, we can derive G double dash as ACS, terminal nodes AC, P and S from the production rules. S determines AC, A determines A and C determines C. Now the second step in simplification of context-free grammar is removal of unit productions. So how can we remove unit productions from a context-free grammar? If there is any production rule is in the form of A determines B, where A and B are non-terminal nodes, is called unit production. Means the production rule does not contain any any terminal node. Any production rule is in the form A determines B, where A and B both are set of non-terminal elements, then it is called unit production. Means in left side and right side both there should be no terminal element. The removal procedure includes the steps. To remove A determines B, we have to add production rule A determines X to the grammar rule whenever B belongs to X. Means X is means the right side element of the production rule is to be replaced by the production rule given for that particular element in the grammar. X can be null or X can belongs to a terminal element. Step 2, delete A determines B from the grammar, and step 3, repeat from step 1 until all unit productions are removed. Now we will take an example. Remove unit productions from the following. Here are production rules given. S belongs to XY. X determines A, Y determines Z, B, Z determines M determines N determines A. Here we have 3 unit productions. Y determines Z, Z determines M determines N. So here 3 unit productions in the grammar. We have to remove these 3 unit productions from the grammar to simplify our context-free grammar. First of all, we will remove N. M determines N. As N determines A, so we will get M determines A and M determines N is removed. So the new grammar will be, the new production rule will be X determines XY, X determines A, Y determines Z, B, Z determines M and N determines A instead of N and N determines A. Now we will remove the second production unit, Z determines M. Z determines M. M, as we can see कि M determines A in the previous step. So we will add Z determines A and Z determines M should be removed from the production rules. The next production rules will become S determines XY, X determines A, Y determines Z, B, Z determines A, M determines A and N determines A. Now we will remove the third unit production from the string Y determines Z. Y determines Z, as we will see Z determines A, we will add Y determines A and remove the production rule Y determines Z. The new production set will become S determines XY, X determines A, Y determines A / B, Z determines A, M determines A, N determines A. Now Z, M and R, 3 are unreachable. Hence we can remove this. Hence we can remove these. The final context-free grammar is unit production free and we will have the new production set S determines XY, X determines A, Y determines A / B. Okay. So in this way we can remove all the unit productions from the context-free grammar. Now the third step is removal of null productions. Removal of null productions in a context-free grammar. a non-terminal symbol A is nullable variable if there is a production rule A determines null, or there is a derivation that starts at A and finally ends up with null. Like if we are deriving some production rule and it yields in the end null, then it will be nullable variable and we can remove that from the production set. The removal procedure includes 3 steps. Step 1, find out nullable non-terminal variables which derive null. Step 2, for each production A determines A, construct all productions A determines X, where X is obtained from A by removing one or more non-terminals from step 1. And step 3, combine the original production with the result of step 2 and remove reductions. So in this way we can remove the nulls from the context-free grammar. So we will take how we can remove null productions from the grammar. So this is an example. Remove null production from the following. Here we have production rules. S determines A as A, B AB, B A determines B, B determines B, and null. So here are two nullable variables A and B. At first we will remove B determines null. After removing B determines null, the production rules becomes S determines A as A, AB, B, A, AB, B, A, and A determines B, B and null, and B determines B. Now we will remove A determines null. After removing A determines null, the production set becomes S determines ASA, AB, BA, SA, AS, and S. AB become A determines B, and B determines B. This is the final production set without null transition. So in this way we can remove null productions or null units from the context-free grammar, and we can simplify our context-free grammar. So we can simplify our context-free grammar with the help of 3 steps, which are very simple. Reduce the context-free grammar, remove the unit productions, and third, remove the null productions. Thank you all of you. Good day.